Makofi hadi wafike. Shida yenu ni gani? Yes. Karibuni sana the Kimarus.
Asante.
Thank you for accepting our invite. Welcome to D3C Studios. This is our couple of the day, and we are still going on with the Reclaim Family Conference. And I believe we are learning something through the interviews. And today we want to just take a dig into courtship and marriage and see how the Lord works through all these things. So kindly introduce yourselves to us. Tell us who you are, what you do, how long you've been married, and what your journey of salvation has been like. Mtaamua nani ataanza?
Okay. Nipungie mkono kama unaniona. Bwana asifiwe. This place is hot. Forgive my wife if she's fidgeting, but we'll go through this. My name is Timothy Kimaru. I am saved. Christ is the Lord in my heart. I come from a family of 8. I am the last born. I am a pharmacist by profession. Yes, and we live in Kihunguro. Yes, and I am a member here. Thank you.
Bwana asifiwe. My name is Yvonne Kimaru, Mrs. I'm saved, blessed of God. I am a clinical officer working in the medical insurance. I work at CIC as a care officer. He's intentionally left the years we've been married because hajui. It's 1 year, 1 month, 25 days today. And we thank God.
Wapi makofi yake? Ai. Continue.
What else? I think I've cleared the questions.
Nasikia 1 year, 1 month and 25 days. Mnakwanga na mahali wa mnarecord ama nini? Because it seems like they are doing this thing for the men. Yeah, so Mudhoni says she loves love, and we love a good love story, right? So we'd just like to know, how did you guys meet? And what are some of the fondest memories you have of your courting and dating that you can share with us? So, uwanja ni wenu.
Let me start. So, we did not meet. I saw her.
Where?
Then I pursued her. The competition was very high. So, I had to up my game. But I thank God I finally found her. So we met in campus. We were in JQuat. So we were in worship team. So I was a leader in one of the prison worship team. And she was not a member of that group. Are you a member? No, she was a member of another team, but we could meet during our practices. And through that praising and worshiping, I saw her and I pursued her. Yes. So we met in campus. That was in 2018. Yes.
The first time I saw him was in 2015, January, when we were in JQuat. You do auditions before you join the ministry. And he did the auditions for me. He never remembers. After that, we had a one-on-one during what were JQuat wanakumbuka hii. We used to have these sessions when you're paired with someone so that you can know each other better. We were paired. He also never remembers that lunch we had. After that, it was around 2017. I got into a situationship. Campus life. I got into a situationship with a guy for like 8 months or so. It was a situationship turned relationship, it wasn't definitive. Ilikuwa tu for like 2 months. Tukaachana. Before I left for the breakup, because I knew he was going to break up with me. Aliniacha, imagine.
Surely.
He's the one who left me.
But it is his
But
loss.
it's all right.
Clearly.
Before I went for that breakup date, it was a date. I looked for him and told him, ni kama ninaenda kuachwa.
Well, I have so many questions about that, but Nisa, tuendele.
He was a good friend. By the time we were getting to 2017, we had built a good friendship. So nikaenda nikamwambia maze, nika naenda kuachwa. Hakuniambia kitu, alisema weenda tu uone venye kutaenda. And indeed nikaachwa, and that was in 2017. Yes. Nikaachwa, nikaenda Coast for an attachment for like 3 months. During that period, it really helped in healing because the situationship really confused me. I had not been in a relationship before, and then I get into a situationship that was not. That is a story you need to sit down with me, I tell you properly. But it was really bad, but the attachment away from school helped. I came back. Sijui alikuwa nafikiria nini time yote, but we were in contact. But after like 3 months after I came back, he proposed to me so that we can get into a relationship. Sikumpea jibu immediately, because nilikuwa nashanga, ni huruma, is it pity? Nihurumia nimewachwa, but it's all right. I stayed for like 3-4 months before accepting, but we got into a relationship on the January 14th of 2018, and that is where our journey began. Yeah.
Where? So since the journey began, up to the point of your marriage, what are some of the fondest memories you can share with us, and what were some of the hurdles you had that you can also share with us and tell us how you overcame them?
Okay, some of the joys we experienced is we had fun. We would go out, we did crazy things. I think one of the craziest things we did is we went for water rafting, and I told her to jump from a waterfall on top. That was the craziest thing. Up to today, I still laugh at her because she alisema utaniua. You wanted to kill me.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, so those are some of the fun moments that we had, and also sharing our moments with friends who walked together with us throughout the journey. So it was amazing. Though in campus, hakukuwa na pesa, so you just, if you have 100 shillings, that's enough for supper. When you get 200 shillings, unaweza mpeleka, and there's a hotel we used to call it first class in Gate B. So that's why we would go out and hang out there and have our meals. And then God helped us, and here we are. Yeah.
Another fond memory I have is bike riding in campus, in JQuat. Those are the good dates we had. The hurdles we had, top of my mind was, from the beginning of our relationship, we were always in different towns. Our relationship started in January 2018. In March, we left for our clinicals in Murang'a for a whole year. I came back in 2019. We stayed for like 2 months, graduated. I went home for 6 months. He was in Nairobi. You're in Nairobi, right? Yes, he was in Nairobi. After 6 months, I came back to look for work because I wasn't working at home. So when I came back, I got work, yes. But he was in Kerugoya. He had left for his internship in Kerugoya. So I'm in Nairobi, he's in Kerugoya. And then it was during that time when COVID hit. So I couldn't even travel to go see him. Thank God. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I was also waiting for my internship, and I was posted in Kerugoya.
Amen.
So I went, although we stayed like 2 months. Then he left again for Nairobi. I stayed in Kerugoya for another few months, and then I came back. And that is when we started planning now for the wedding. Yeah.
Naona hata serikali haiwezi zuia kazi ya Mungu. Thank you very much for that. Now, this one I would like you to start. what do you appreciate God about him? And he will also tell us what he appreciates God about you since your days in dating and now into marriage.
Timothy Kimaru is a very patient man. That is what I thank God for. Even the beginning of our relationship, staying for 4 months without an answer, not knowing kama ni yes ama zi, tubaki mabeshte, throughout the relationship, being away from one another, yet building a relationship because we want to know each other. That's what the relationship was for, to know more about each other, but we were in different places. But he was still patient. He was still patient, getting the loopholes, kutafuta gari ya serikali nitoe from Kerugoya to Nairobi during the COVID times. He's a very patient man. Even the period of approaching the wedding, there were a lot of mountains, but there was a lot going on, but he was patient through it all and still stood there telling me each and every day that he loves me and we are still in this together. Yeah.
Wapi makofi ya Kimaru bana? Yes.
God works in mysterious ways. I used to struggle with patience. I was not a patient man, but God has trained me to be patient through her. One thing I thank God for her is she has tolerance. She's able to tolerate me. I know it's not easy to live with me, but she has lived with me. I thank God for her, that she has made it easy for me to live with her. And I'm grateful to God for that. Yeah.
Wapi makofi ya Yvonne? Do you always tolerate people?
I try. The Lord helps me.
Okay. Now, as we come to a conclusion, I would like you to kindly share with us your experience and reflections regarding cross-cultural marriage, because we understand that Kimaru is a name you have taken up. And what will you tell someone who is considering this or is in a situation of a cross-cultural relationship and they are pursuing marriage?
Okay, I will take it first. So I am a Kikuyu, she's a Kalenjin. Though my name Kimaru is both in Kikuyu land and in Kalenjin. So I think I had some advantage there, but it didn't work. It didn't work. So before we got into a relationship, she told me that her father told her that hataki Mkikuyu. And here I was. I thought it's a joke, by the way. Kasema, every parent husema hivyo because they love their child. So nikasema, I will go in and wait what will happen huko mbele. Nika propose, tukaanza kudate. So all through, she never told the father that she's dating a Kikuyu man. But the mother knew. So we decided kwanza tuigize mamake box. Then tuone kama we can use the mom as we talk the dad, akubali maneno.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. So 2019, 2020, so 2021, we decided we will get married. So I took her to our place, our home. My family accepted her, and they said it's okay. So I talked to her mom. Yeah, she was okay with it. But the mom could not even approach the dad to tell him that your daughter is bringing a Kikuyu man. So it was tough. It reached a point when I saw it's not possible. It's not possible for me to marry her. Paka nikaanza kutafuta excuse. I think I was in Kirugoya. It was time of COVID. My family, I'm telling them, the dad is not accepting. But my family, lazima upate the blessing of the father. And so they are telling me, if the father cannot bless you, tafuta msichana mwingine.
Shindwe.
Ilishindwa kweli.
It was tough because we stayed like for 2 years I go through, so I was looking for excuse, anisumbue tu kidogo nipate excuse ya kumwacha. But Mungu ni mwema. Alinifunza patience. So we decided we will use the anchors. Now, because the father is not approachable, we will use the anchors. But also, that one did not work at first. So tukasema, we will plan a date, twende kwao, tufanye introduction, kichwa ngumu. And so we decided we will not tell him. Tutamwambia 1 month to the date. So tulikuwa twende in, I don't remember the date, October. So I told my family, tunaenda kuona msichana. Wakaniuliza, are you sure? Akasema, yes. Ilifika hiyo siku, mzee akasema hataki watu. I don't want to see you. Nikaona kimeumana. So I would share with my friends. Most of my friends here know the story. Mwingine anakuambia, enda kwa AG, story ni mingi. Mwingine anaanza kuambia, patia msichana mimba, atakubali. Many stories. But one thing I thank God for is I needed that blessing of my father-in-law. I really wanted it. And so thank God to wise counsel that we have from our friends. So some of our friends, they suggested some things cannot be defeated by just maneuvering. You have to pray and fast. And so we started prayer and fasting for our marriage. We were like 6 friends. So we could fast, we could pray, and then do conclusion in the evening online. It was time ya COVID. Yes, me hata sikuwa najua kama ita work. I was just there praying. People would encourage me, it will work. Me, I'm saying, no, hii kitu ni ngumu. But thank God, a miracle happened. And she has the good story.
Before I got into campus, my father took me out for a date. My first date with my father, kaninunulia chai. Nikasema hizi ni gani. Then he started listing. He went straight to the point. He started listing the tribes I should not approach. So akianza kulist, hata sikuwa najua tunaongelea marriage. Akasema hizi tribes, Kikuyu, Kisii, Waluya, Wajalua, alimalizia hapo, lakini I think his main point was Kikuyu because I was coming to Juja. Sema usilete mtu kutoka huko. Period. And in my heart I knew, because I didn't have a good relationship with my father. I really struggled with my relationship. We had so many wrangles with him that made me promise myself I wouldn't get married to a Kalenjin man. It was that bad. So him telling me this, nilishindwa hata kukunywa chai. Juu sasa, what's this? If only he knew what is in my mind. Anyway, I got into a campus. Even the first situationship was a Kikuyu man. It was doomed from the beginning. Getting into the time we were planning our wedding, I remember it was 2020. The time I was at home, 2019, after graduation, I sat my dad and my mom down after meals in the evening, after we have prayed. Nilikuwa nadhani uwepo wa Bwana utakuwa umeshuka iguze babangu hiyo siku, because I had been praying since the moment he told me that at that coffee date. I had been praying, telling God, hata wewe unajua mimi sitaki kukuolewa na mkale. Akisaidia tu babangu, just calm his heart down. I do not know the problem he had with Kikuyus, and you cannot ask for an explanation from a Kalenjin man. Akisha sema hapana, do not ask for an explanation. That's it. He has the final say. So I started praying, and when I sat them down that evening and told them, Dad akaniambia, you know my answer. It's no. And he went and slept. I came back, and I always looked for opportunities to go home and try and talk to him. But the moment I would begin the conversation, he would just wake up and go. He would just say no. He would even get angry and he would start shaking. That's how bad it was. But yes, Mungu alitusaidia. We prayed and fasted, and then after that prayer and fasting is when we tried to just go forcefully, because we thought we would arrive and things will just happen, but it didn't work. Nikaulizwa, ni nyumba ya nani unaleta wageni? Is it your house or is it my house? Hiyo ikaenda hivyo. My mom asked me to talk to a cousin of his, who is also a close friend of his. He was also my primary school teacher. So I had never talked to him for a while. I talked to him and he talked to my dad. And that was on a Monday. And on a Friday evening, my dad calls me and tells me, when did you say you're coming home with your boyfriend? I do not know what happened, but I know it's the Lord. It's the Lord. It's not that man. There's just something that happened that the Lord did to soften his heart. And that is when the journey began towards now everything preparations, marriage. But bado hatujafika kwa ndoa. Kuna rurashio.
Sawa.
Where things happened. Misunderstandings. Imagine tumefika rurashio and then misunderstandings happened. People left when they're in disagreement. Nikaambiwa nikae nyumbani, hakuna penye naenda, and that is December. Wedding we have scheduled for March. I stayed home. Ilibidi Timo arudi nyumbani bila familia, because now there's no understanding between his family and my family. And my dad was feeling really disrespected. There was just a lot going on. He took the hand of the Lord through our pastor and Timothy to just come home together. Hao tu wawili. Because it was that bad. Ilibidi sasa mhubiri akuje. But yeah, they came and talked. I was not there in most of the conversation, but when I came, it was okay now. We had gotten the go-ahead to get married, finally. And that was in January, and the wedding is in March. Yeah.
See the Lord. Can you appreciate the Lord for them? Now, for the sake of time, will you kindly just give us your parting shots? Each one of you, a few seconds tukimalizia.
Okay, sitasahau kusema hii. Even during our wedding, kulikuwa tuna hitilafu. I think the devil wako anataka tuoane. I think that morning, stima ilipotea, generator ikakataa kufanya. Like we stayed, ilika nje hapo kwa gari for like 1 hour. These guys were trying to figure out what's happening with the generator. Wengine wakaanza kuiombea. I think nilitulia the moment tulishikanishwa hapa, and my father-in-law blessed us. I think that's when nilitulia, and I can say during our wedding, all I enjoyed was our reception. Our reception really happened vizuri. Everything else, I think kulikuwa na fights mingi. But I thank God that we overcame, and here we are. So my parting shot is these words of an angel that he was talking to Abraham. In Genesis chapter 18, verse 14, he said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" God has walked with us throughout the journey, and indeed we can testify and say that nothing is too hard for our God. So in your struggles, in your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Amen.
Amen. What I would say is, once you have decided that you are going to marry your man, whoever that is, I think you do not wait for marriage to choose one another. Choose one another from the beginning. Do not let anything shake what you have started. Always choose to fight for what you have, praying that the Lord will bless it in the long run. Our relationship was a tough one. But our marriage has been blissful. We bless the Lord. The joys of this marriage are extraordinary. And I think it's just the Lord giving us rest from the journey we had. And I really thank God for that. Always choose your partner. Do not let what the evil one is trying to do in that relationship to separate what you have begun. If the Lord has blessed it, it will come to pass.
Whoever has an ear. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Kimarus as we bless the Lord for them. Thank you very much. And now that wamesema ni reception wali enjoy, I had the privilege of hosting that reception